you're not feeling, right? No, that's how I am. Look at the positives all the time. I'm sure you're good. Thank you for staying with 95.1 Nigeria Info, your passionate, trustworthy, and conversational radio. And welcome to Hard Facts with yours truly, Kimberly Wachuku. Call me Kim, the Oracle, the Digital Oracle, OTF, the fellow, or Chanya one, Madam Speaker. And I will say yes to them all. Someone, a very silly friend of mine, says I have all of this title to make up for my height. I'm like, how silly of you. But I don't think Toby thinks that way. You most definitely do not.
No,
you think they
I
will
don't. I'm
deserve
short
it?
too, so.
Huh?
I said I'm also short. So
I did not say I was short. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, people. Thank you. Toby and I will take you through the round table as we look at some of the big stories driving conversation today. Our guest will not be showing up, and so it's just the two of us, but it'll be great to be awesome. Earlier in the day, we were looking for Speed Darlington. I was actually trying to think of what Speed Darlington song do you know?
I don't even know who that is.
Well, apparently he's a Nigerian artist, if I put it that way. I don't know what song he sang, but he's quite popular in Nigeria. At first I was thinking Wala Wala. I said, no, it was not the one that did Wala Wala. That was the other guy. What's his name? Wala Wala guy. I can't remember his name, but I know him as Wala Wala.
No, I don't know who he is.
Yeah. Sheredebe. Is that Speed Darlington? Well, I don't know, but people know Speed Darlington in Nigeria. They're looking for him. Apparently, he was detained, or he's still being detained by the police. Burna Boy, according to reports that's come out from Deji Adeyanju, his lawyer, that they ordered, he petitioned and they picked him up. So I don't know what the case is per se, what Speed Darlington must have done, but well, enough for the police to hold him. It must be, well, until it comes out, you never can really tell. And some people are talking about defamation and all whatnot. And now that you know where he is left for his lawyers to do the needful. At this point in time, says that we are now involved in the Speed Darlington matter. We'll do everything to get him free. Nobody should be arrested by the police for expressing their view or opinion. We urge the authorities to stop the clampdown on freedom of speech in Nigeria. You can't be singing against oppressors and still be an oppressed. But a further finding reveals that it might not just be about speaking your opinion, it's about what he said about someone. The freedom of speech deal and opinion to express yourself. However, if what you're saying is damning and inciting and, damaging to someone else's reputation, the person can actually take it up. So there's a line, your rights ends where someone else's starts. So we all need to be very careful. I know that social media is a world of its own where it just feels like an alternate universe. You can just get away with anything. But we're getting to see it not just in Nigeria, but everywhere around the world, that people are having to pay for their opinion. There's that liberty to express yourself, but hey, you can't exercise your liberty by damaging someone else's reputation, will ya? Or causing commotion and all whatnot, or inciting violence. Huh? All right. So, but I don't know what Speed Darlington did or said, but I'm waiting for, a bit more update because it's tied to Burna Boy at this point in time. What did he really say about Burna Boy? Someone was saying people should be careful with their ring light. When you bring your ring light and let me tell you something, and you start to spew just and unfounded and damage someone's either reputation or name or person, they're well within their right to, do something about that. But like I said, I don't have all the detail. I'm serving you half cold tea, and I would leave it that way. But also talking about Paul Biya, the former president of Cameroon. He served the country for about 4 decades. It's reported that he's gone to glory, and I hear pockets of Cameroonians are celebrating, while some are thinking what happens next. There are already speculation of who the former colonizers want, but you know what? They're all borderline speculations. The people will decide, but we know that in Africa, half the time, the people do not make this decision. As a matter of fact, it goes contrary to what the people want at the end of the day. We've seen it one too many times. And yes, we can relate in Nigeria also. in spite of the fact, that we have, a bit more effective system and a bit more effective democratic practice, if you would agree with me. I see you rolling your eyes. You do not agree? Well, that's a conversation for another day. All right, so Paul Biya, may so rest in peace, and we'll see what's next for Cameroon and who takes over the helms of affairs in that country. We are in the Customer Service Week, and it's important to talk about that on the roundtable. Customer service. It's an important conversation because we're also looking at how, the practice is in the country of customer service. And I'm sure during the course of the week, we'll settle down and have a proper conversation of what great customer service means to you. And perhaps we will share one or two memorable, if there's any, of interacting with a business, be it small, and all of that, and how you were treated. I remember trying to get something off one of these online vendors, and the treatment was such that, boy, if I hear anybody wants to patronize, I'll be the first. Like village people, don't patronize. This be a poor customer service. Meanwhile, there are some you interact with, they are amazing. They respond almost immediately, and they make it sound so easy, like they don't have a lot to deal with in terms of their business. You just appreciate it. It's not all the time in Nigeria that you get such excellent service and excellent customer service. So it's a week to appreciate those who try to maintain that level of standard, and to remind those who, I know we always like to say the customer is always right, but we know better. And sometimes customers can be awful. So, but you need to find creative, business-friendly ways to dealing with customers, so as not to ruin your business at the end of the day. Okay, and then hopefully you would get your opinion of what role customer service plays in the success of a business, because some people really, they don't tie much to it. They just think it is transactional, buy, you sell. But that point is critical as to, it becomes like the image of your company, becomes your marketing strategy, becomes the branding for your company. Even word of mouth to say, no, that business or that organization, no, they have good customer service. No, they treat you, they're efficient, they're effective, they're prompt, they're this. So why we go about our business as Nigeria, where we like to do anyhow. If patronize me, somebody else will come. Auntie, I'm telling you, people are losing patronage. There is so much demand on the small change we have that if you act anyhow, you see anyhow, business-wise. So it's a week to reflect on that, to have proper customer service and treat people with respect and dignity. All right. So happy Customer Service Week once again. Now, what is it with us? I'm just giving you some quick update before we get into the main story, but customer service is part of it, just so you know. But what is it with us and anthems? There's just this new urge to just either rebrand, reward, or re-energize the use of anthems. Civil servants gather round. The head of Civil Service of the Federation, D.D. Wilson Jack, has reintroduced the Civil Service Anthem for workers in the Federal Civil Service. According to Wilson Jack, the anthem aims to encourage civil servants and drive reforms in the service. According to report, the anthem was initially introduced in 2018. Now, speaking at a meeting with media executive in Abuja, according to a transcript released today, the head of service stressed the need for civil servants to deliver on the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You will recall that the office has the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation 2021 to 2025, and that is the plan that they're still driving. However, they've resolved to bring on board creativity and innovation to accelerate that plan. The 6 pillars, which represent the ongoing reform, require adequate coverage so that the implementation can be fast-tracked, so that the Federal Civil Service delivers on the renewed hope agenda. Quoting now, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the support, especially as regards the ongoing reforms. With quite a few things we're working, but I must say that we are actually looking forward to our 100 days in office. The Civil Service Anthem has been reintroduced to drive the reform. It is expected that the anthem will be sung by all civil and public servants, and indeed Nigerians. Like, I'm just minding my business, not being a civil servant, and you drag me in this net. I'm not even memorizing. Do you know how to recite a new national anthem?
I only know the first line.
The first line. What's your excuse of not knowing it? You're young, you're still there. I mean, it's important for you to know it. Some of us, you can argue, says you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I feel like it's because, like, when you're in school, like secondary school and like primary school, you have to like recite it every like morning and stuff. I don't have to do that anymore. So.
Exactly. I went for an event I was moderating, and then the next thing, you know how the music people, the sound, they just couldn't put up the anthem. I'm like, don't you have the national anthem? And I was just thinking, as I was about to bring my phone, we cited the young kid, like, hey boy, can you sing the national anthem? Come and sing. And everyone just stood up and kept quiet. Just, his voice just went up like Mariah Carey's Christmas song. I say, I'm so proud of you. Tiny wee little young man, but sang it from his heart. Well, good for him. Well. So the civil service is reintroducing its national anthem, and he's saying all civil servants, public servants, and indeed people like you, Toby, should recite and know the national anthem of the civil service. So you learn the national anthem of your country, and you learn the national anthem of the civil service if you're working there. If you have attended my kind of unity school where we have a national anthem and we're reciting because we have our 50th anniversary coming up, you have to still remember that one. There's a lot of anthem business, man. Well, going back to the report, it will be an anthem that would encourage every public servant to imbibe the lyrics of the anthem, which is just saying to us that we must be efficient, we must be productive, we must be incorruptible and citizen-centered. Now help me go to Google fast, and search out that civil service anthem. Let's see if it's in brotherhood we stand or nay. Quite interesting, this reintroduction of the national anthem. So, civil servant, you would let us know. Mommy Z, you can come out now and let us know if you know the anthem. And once we get to know the wordings and the lyrics of the anthem, we'll get to see how much change or importance it would add to the reforms for the civil service. There's a lot that civil service is grappling with in Nigeria. A lot of people still seem to think that our system isn't that effective and it is still slow. There's still a lot of bureaucratic bottleneck. There's still a lot of lapse. There's a lot of corruption. And one way or the other, there's still some bit of ghost working situation going on. If a national anthem is going to be the magic wand to fix it up, good for us. But I kind of like the idea. You're a civil servant, you work for the federal government. By extension, you work for Nigeria. And you have an anthem that reminds you to be productive and patriotic. Is that it? Okay, let's see. Let's go back up. I think that should be it. So the civil service anthem with stanza 1. Can you help me read it out?
There were obstacles and there were hurdles that we had to face. There were challenges and
wait. But why is our anthem starting with obstacles now? Why is it always problem? Okay, go. I wouldn't interrupt, I promise you. Start from the beginning, the top.
There were obstacles and there were hurdles that we had to face. There were challenges and there were struggles that we had to grace. Now there is a sound of change that is coming, a journey to works of transforming and rebuilding a system that will stand the test of time. Yes, we are building a system that will stand the test of time. That's standard one. Then efficient, productive, incorruptible, citizen-centered and epic culture.
That's the bridge.
Yes.
Then there's a chorus, my people.
This is the Federal Civil Service. Our mission is clear as day. This is a call for transformation. This is a vision for change. A citizen-centered epic culture. Join us to move Nigeria forward. This is the Federal Civil Service. We are marching to greatness. Creating new possibilities, rebuilding capacity, serving the people with excellence and honesty. When there is a drive, when there is inspiration, partnership and innovation. Yes, we are building a system that will stand the test of time. Yes, we are building a system that will stand the test of time. This is the Federal Civil Service. Our mission is clear as day. This is a call for transformation. This is a vision for change. A citizen-centered epic culture.
More news and...
Even the jingle say enough already. Let's go for a break.
365 days of conflict. Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
is Nigeria Info.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
And talking about the civil service, where the head of the civil service has said they're reintroducing the national anthem that was introduced in 2018 to bring about efficiency, effectiveness, and patriotism among public servants in Nigeria, and by extension, all Nigerians. Toby was helping us look at the national anthem. Can you? Okay, you were at what
I
part?
was at the
The
chorus
chorus.
after
Okay, take
stanza
the
two.
chorus and the third stanza. Then that will be enough.
Okay. This is the Federal Civil Service. Our mission is as clear as day. This is a call for transformation. This is a vision for change. A citizen-centered epic culture. Join us to move Nigeria forward. This is the Federal Civil Service. We are marching to greatness. Oh, marching to greatness. Where technology meets innovation for sustainability. Civil servants rewarded for excellence and creativity. Yes, let's trust civil service brings hope for our country. This is the Federal Civil Service. Our mission is as clear as day. This is a call for transformation. This is a vision for change. A citizen-centered epic culture. Join us to move Nigeria forward. This is the Federal Civil Service. We are marching to greatness. And then there's a call and response thing after.
Which is
EPIC culture. Then I think they'll respond.
marching to greatness. EPIC culture. Marching to
yeah.
greatness. EPIC is epic culture.
culture, yes.
Marching to greatness. They should better be wearing uniform, school uniform, as they recite all of this. But it
Why,
sounds
I
like
actually have a question. Why is it so long?
it is pretty long, actually. So, the
Three stanzas with three
chorus and
choruses
bridge.
the bridge. This is a whole song.
maybe Speed Darlington should help them just turn it into a song. At least you'll be able to remember it more if it was a song to just an anthem where, it goes that way. I can just imagine, those people who are about to retire just trying to memorize this reintroduced national anthem. It's actually pretty long, though. Guys, why is the national anthem? Why does it require 3 stanzas to get civil servants to do their job and be patriotic and efficient? With a bridge and a chorus. But I love the EPI culture, marching to greatness. I will be using that very soon. All right, so guys, let me get your opinion on the reintroduction of the national anthem. Do you think it contains the core values that should be reflected in civil servants, and you think it will enable that effective, efficient, patriotic juice to course through the veins of the average public servants in Nigeria after charging themselves up by reciting the national anthem. I can just imagine that some countries, when they're reciting the national anthem, you can see on their faces, you could just see them feeling it to the core of their bones, wanting to lay down their lives for their country. I don't know.
Patriotic.
It's so patriotic. But perhaps maybe that ending part, EPI culture, marching to greatness, can do it. I have some family members and relatives who work with this. And we get to find out.
Maybe when you get home, you tell them to sing it for you.
See, guys, better learn this national anthem, because if you've not collected the 50 kg back of rice for 40k, next thing you go there and they'll tell you recite. They'll tell you IPPIS, NIN number, recite the new national anthem, then recite the civil servant reintroduce anthem. Be here. I have told you now. Just like I will tell you that the price of gas might go up also, not cooking gas, petrol gas. So I've told you for free right now. But don't take the second one to the bank, though. I'm just talking. All right. So that's one story. You share your opinion with me, what you make of it. They introduced civil service national anthem. And perhaps maybe just walk the mind of these people to help me understand. Because I'm a little lost, though, as to all of these anthems that we're coming up with. Like everywhere there's a national anthem. We reintroduce the dated national anthem and make it modern. And something else introduced in 2018 that apparently didn't get a buy-in. We're reintroducing it. I need to understand this renewed hope national anthem and anthem business for Nigeria. What is it doing to us? I need to know, okay? There must be something to it. The people who are introducing all these anthems, it can't just be out of boredom. Most definitely not. So there must be some importance to it that I would love for you to share. Now, I would also want to get your opinion about this whole business of an alliance proposal that is flying left, right, and center, and this conversation is around the Labour Party and the New Nigerian People's Party presidential candidate. It feels like for Nigerians, the minute you see two of these people hanging together, or the presidential candidate of either of the noticeable parties in the country just having dinner together or just chit-chatting, Nigerians will run to town with, oh, there's an alliance in the works, oh, there's this. I know that a lot of people are craving it. We've been calling for it because people believe, a lot of people that I've spoken with believe that an alliance is the only way you can get the APC out. But I promise you, the APC is not going to just lie down and wait for you to knock it out. And what's the guarantee that any other person will be better than the party you have today? Because, one party was knocked out for inefficiency, for corruption, for ineptitude, and whatnot, and then replaced with another party that is pro-max, amplifying all of the issues the Nigerians had with the previous party. And they are a healthy mix of both parties, APC, PDP, all rinsed into each other. So you can't tell them apart, as it were. And so people are looking for a third force, just against the establishment, an individual. That's why Labour Party gained that kind of organic movement where people felt like, oh, this is a new face, we can work with this party, with this individual that we believe got the integrity and, whatever, the capacity and competence to bring about, the Nigeria of our dream. And now they're thinking a bit more formidable force will require people coming together. Kwankwaso is a formidable individual when it comes to the Nigerian political scene himself. And, the speculation built over the weekend where the Labour Party on Sunday welcomed the offer by the New Nigerian People's Party presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, to be running mate to Labour Party's Peter Obi in the 2027 presidential election. Kwankwaso, in a recent viral post, indicated his willingness to serve as running mate of the former Labour Party presidential flag bearer, barely 2 years after talks between both parties went sideways. It's reported by The Punch that Labour Party and NNPP had considered a merger ahead of the 2023 general election, but the inability of either Obi or Kwankwaso to concede to leadership collapsed the heightened move. Now, the former governor of Kano State, who spoke in Hausa, expressed his readiness via circulated... Oh, boy. We have Banner tripping already. Very circulated video on his official account provided certain conditions. If they are met, he could. He acknowledged his rising political profile, stated, I am bigger than Peter Obi politically. I'm his elder brother. I'm a PhD holder. I performed better than him when I was the governor of my state. I have no problem with deputizing for Peter Obi, but only if certain conditions are met. He further expressed the possibility of engaging in meaningful discussion with Peter, noting we are willing to engage in discussion provided that trust is established. In the last election, Peter Obi of the Labour Party emerged third position, securing approximately 6,101,533 votes, while Kwankwaso garnered 1,496,687 votes to emerge a distant fourth position. But you know what? Don't downplay this whole I'm bigger than Peter Obi politically, I'm his elder brother, I'm a PhD holder, I'm a performer. I mean, when a man has spelled out his resume and his achievement and all whatnot, it tells you how he carries himself, and doesn't sound like inside he's ready to deputize. But hey, he said what he said, setting conditions. What are these conditions? What do you think would be the possible conditions that would bring about a successful alliance between the Labour Party and the NNPP at this point in time? Or maybe just about the individuals, not the political parties per se. Well, let's get your opinion here. 0700 951 0000 or 0809 59 or you can call via WhatsApp on 0809 137. And just to let you know, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Yes, check us out on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja, and on Facebook also, if you're there already, at Nigeria Info Abuja. Leave your comment and we'll read as many of them as possible. Hello? Many of them as possible. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Adams from Abuja.
Adams, talk to us.
I would like to people do, make a job carry credible person to contest with each other, let them follow that about, let them pursue.
Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Make people be doing the make people be doing this. Let them carry credibility. Only that about, let them pursue a couple of different things. Thank you.
All right. He is not, seeing an alliance in future. Everybody day or day, he said. Hello?
Good afternoon, Machanya One.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, my name is Peter. I'm calling from Lubei.
Talk to us, Peter.
All right. To me, the only way that they can win APC is only when PDP and Labour Party come together. That is the only way. As long as these two major parties do not come together, because if we check the last election, it's just because PDP and Labour Party are separated. That was why they were able to win. APC was able to win. Otherwise, if these two parties, PDP and Labour Party, can come together and they should change that name, it should be maybe.
It should be what? Just went off right about the time I was going to mention the new name. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is Abiola.
Abiola, talk to us.
You see, the only way allow the alliance to work is for the people who want to form the alliance to be patriotic and nationalistic. This is because previous alliances failed because the political actors are tribalistic and regionalistic. And therefore, they only focus on their tribe, on their region. And some of these people who have already gone into alliance before, they have their own personal interests. Let me rule. Now, look at Congressman, he's sending more educated, is more advanced politically. You see, that people already now, if is not taking this alliance, we fail. So what they need is that they have to put the house in order, cooperate. I understand the millions of Nigerians are going through hard times, and they must have to form the alliance to bail us out from the political mess and economic mess we find ourselves. Even also, APC will also break into a rise, cause confusion, and this alliance will also fail. So therefore, what they need now is to cooperate and understand the situation Nigerians, millions of Nigerians are going through now, in order to push this government out of power. If not so, the alliance will fail and the suffering will continue. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You are welcome. Hello. Good afternoon. Oops. What's going on? Hello. Can you help us read some of the WhatsApp messages?
Okay, Kimo, welcome on board.
The Kimo just sounded off coming from you. You need to put some energy, Kimo.
Okay. Kimo, welcome on board. Toby is still around. Beleo from Tope. We have another. Good afternoon, Kim from Jakes. Kim, Nim, and Toby. So President Paul finally left power. Did I hear you say let his soul rest in peace? Which peace? I celebrate the people of Cameroon, Joe. African leaders and abuse of power from Mazi Destiny Anthony. We have hi Kim. Yeah, I'm good. I feel that your question was directed at me in particular. Wahala no dey finish, but we dey move. Hope you dey good. Hope you dey good too. Hope your regards to your right hand lady will listen to what grabs me away. Well done from Dozier. Okay. Good afternoon, the OTF. Even the NYSC anthem starts with under the rain and in the sun. So that you know that true? Suffering awaits you ahead in Nigeria. Madiba from Abuja. Auntie Kim, good afternoon. This civil service anthem, they must work for that 70K. 70K no be beans. Then the last one, actually we have a lot.
Is it 7,000 minimum wage? Isn't it 80? Am I getting it twisted? 70. Oh, yeah. Go ahead then.
Good afternoon, Kim. They want to force us to sing anthem when our welfare is not catered for. Politicians should sing because there is no civil service, as politicians have hijacked the system. That's my take from Nimi in Kuje. Kim C, if it's by anthem, school projects, words of mouth, or even grammar, by now, Nigeria would have developed more than Dubai. Let us do the work and forget mouthwashing political relevance approach and forget mouthwashing the political relevance approach they are doing. From Manzo. Good afternoon, Kim. In Nigeria, some youth and even some adults who are supposed to know better are also guilty of accusing people wrongly on social media, forgetting that other people also have their rights. Baba Paul, his death is a lesson to all of us, most especially African leaders. When I heard the news of Kwankwa so ready to deputize Obi, I laughed because I know that it is not possible because of ego. But some people believe it because... This is from Oludade Abiodun. Good afternoon, Kim. Welcome to Hard Facts. All this introduction of Nigeria and civil service anthems, I want to ask, what is it doing for us? Why not focus and channel attention to all the pressing needs and issues that bother Nigeria and Nigerians, other than creating unnecessary distractions here and there in the name of anthem this and anthem that? This is what I feel they should begin to think and do. From Joe Mwachuku in Apo. Good afternoon, the Oracle. Thanks for the good work and good to be home. I greet my big brother Salasi and all the other callers of this great show, Nigeria Info. God bless you. From Bulus in Wari. Civil service anthem. Yes, I will not be corrupt. I will not be corrupt if my salary can truly take me home. My organs show me good examples. My gratuity will be paid immediately after. My gratuity will be paid immediately after my retirement. My pension is fair enough and regular. There is equity and fairness in the system. Do we have this? It is not what we sing or say that matter, but the reality on ground. From Richard from Garibki. Oh, that's what. Okay. Good afternoon. The only way APC can be sent packing is if PDP change their name to PDLP.
All right, let's go back to the phone lines and take a few more messages. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome. Talk to us.
I plead with Kwankwaso. I know it's a renowned politician, but he should mellow down and deputize Obi. After all, Osibanjo was a professor, and he deputized Buhari, who was a school start holder. If Kwankwaso will adhere to it, and Ghana vote from the south, Ghana from northeast, and Obi will Ghana southeast, and some southwest, and conclude it with north central here. The game is over. So that Kwankwaso, Obi can hand over to Kwankwaso, then will be balanced. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, he's giving you some thought and spread on how this will be achievable if he ever sees the light of day. Let's hear this caller quickly. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kim.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think that our last caller arrangement is very good. Without arrangement, the two parties will marry themselves and they will win 2027. If it is easy as that, they will just kick away APC. That marriage is very difficult to come to react. But if the two men agree, what of the other party member? Will they just to that arrangement? What of the people that want to galvanize their votes from the north or from the district? Are they going to buy that arrangement with them? Third force will not allow that policy to stay. Kwankwaso saying that until some policies is agreed, meaning that one of the policies from my head, I'm thinking from my head, though, which I believe will be the number one, although the next president speaking, that okay, if we work together and you win 2027, being the last chance of from the people from the south, you only rule for 4 years. Then it will be the turn of the north. Will Obi agree to that arrangement? That is the issue. Or let's see the other way around. Okay, Obi can do 8 years. We did not allow Kwankwaso to agree to that arrangement. That okay, the people from this will rule more than 8 years. Look at what happened to Jonathan. Is it not because of that one of the reasons why Jonathan lose his second election? Look here, it's only God that will deliver us.
All right.
Self-centeredness will not allow this country to move forward. Only God will deliver us. And on the issue of the item.
Okay, no, you've taken too much time already, sir.
Our attitude and character. Thank you.
All right. I kept it brief and short. Thank you very much. So let's look at more of the messages.
Okay. The alliance will not work. Obi should look towards alliance with PDP. That's from Banky from Otako. Another message is, greetings, Kimberly and Intern Toby. Peter Obi is Kwankwaso's senior in electoral value-wise. I mean, how do you compare 6 million votes to 1 million votes? In any case, the combination cannot win the presidency since they won't have the requisite 24 states. Obi had 17 states, while Kwankwaso had only 1. Obi should look at PDP for respite in the next election. Good afternoon, Kim. Do you know that some civil servants are paying extra money just to get the 40k bag of rice? What would the singing of the anthem do for them? Someone also said, I would like to see Tinubu win the 2027 election. Obi should not come to start to mend this battered economy. Kim, many of those calling and lamenting on this station have a history of campaigning, choosing and supporting bad leaders. I know them. Elections will come again and they'll still go back to their nature and vote wrongly. Emmanuel from Igbe.
All right. Thank you, Emmanuel. On Facebook, Jesse Audu, we see you. Vivian Happiness. I seem to think they're all a bunch of confused human beings. All right. Who are you talking about? Precisely. Ponwala says, we have leaders who don't have any vision for this country. They only look back instead of forward. That's why they keep bringing back what has been long forgotten. That won't add value to our current woes. Hafsat Muazu, We see you. Tijani Magaji, watching live from Kaduna. Good to know. Don't be at Debo. Says the party are all names, not humans. The same people always move to wherever favors their selfish in political interest, not the interest of the masses. Obi will be more worse than the ones we have now. Don B said that with his full chest. All right. And on YouTube, Babatunde Ishaka says greetings to you, the delectable Kim. Thank you very much. You're very kind. Let's hear this caller. Hello?
Yeah, no, sorry, Adam is calling again.
Okay, Adam calling again.
From Armenia.
Wait, you called. You already contributed. What do you want to talk about again? Oh, sorry. I think his call dropped. All right.
Hello, good afternoon, Kim.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Pastor Friday Gordon calling from Zone 6.
Go ahead, Pastor Friday.
Yeah, I don't know when, I just saw into the program, so I don't know what you're talking about, but I heard you talking about how APC could be defeated in the next election. I don't know that.
Well, we touched on one of the stories. It's the Roundtable, where Kwankwaso said he was ready to be deputy for Peter Obi if certain conditions are met. The NNPC, NMPP, and the Labour Party, would it be that formidable alliance and opposition that is capable of,
Well, that's a good one. And I just like one caller said, the problem, we keep blaming INEC, and we're not looking inward. When political parties or politicians decide to pitch camp in various parties, and then at the end of the day divide the votes. So definitely the most unpopular candidate to win the election, just like what happened at the last election, we have over 15 million people voting against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who got 8 million. But because of the individual votes, he came through as the president. But in my own candid advice to, more especially PDP, if they want to defeat APC, all they simply need to do, give this ticket to Goodluck Jonathan. The North right now is winning for Goodluck Jonathan.
Which North?
When you win the election, you need vote from the South and from the North. And that of the South, you have to vote there. And just my own caller said, would they want Peter Obi to do 80, which I don't think the North will agree to that. Now, the only person from the South who can only go one time is Goodluck Jonathan. So if I think that ticket is given to him, PDP or any other party could go to all Nigerians and go to sleep, and this party will be defeated.
All right. All right. Thank you for sharing. And Charles Ekwagana says on politics, Obi and Peter Kwankwaso's merger, it's a good one if it works, that is. Hello.
Hello, Sister K.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Oops. Why are your calls dropping?
I read some messages.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Kimo.
Good afternoon.
I greet Ochanyawa, the Kimo.
Yeah. You're welcome.
As I didn't hear that name, I say, yeah, that's Kimo. My name is Salasi.
Welcome, Salasi. Hello, Salasi. Are you?
About the scenario, who? Can you hear me?
Go ahead now. We can.
Hello.
Go ahead. We can hear you now. Oh dear. Okay. I think it's a connection problem. Call us back if you can.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Alex.
Okay, Alex, talk to us. You've got a minute.
Yes, okay. Well, on what we are talking about, national civil servant national anthem, I think my Akwa Ibom people will say that Nigeria is a yoke. We are really yoking. We leave the substance and pursue shadow. Then on P2B and Kwankwaso, to be honest, like one of the callers said earlier, that P2B is a bigger politician in terms of their political weight or whatever than Kwankwaso. So, but in politics, you need everybody to get what you are looking for. Moreover, Nigeria should look beyond where people are coming from as the way Nigeria is now. What we need is a deliverer.
All right, sir.
If alliance from Kwakwaso and P2B can make it.
All right.
Victim of police misconduct?
Do you feel violated by a police officer?
You can be heard. To reclaim your rights, call the Nigeria Police Force Complaints Response Unit.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.